Welcome back to the channel. It's Lifestyle Mom. Today's video, it's gonna be a remake of another video that I've done. I kind of done a couple videos on this, but I'm gonna do another one because the last one was just so cringe I couldn't even do it. Plus, I wanted to actually show you guys, you know, have everything popping up on the screen now that I know how to edit. But as you can tell by the title, I had a roommate that stole a bunch of money from me, and it's funny to me because I always talk about it. You know, who's gonna forget, like, that's $10,000 that somebody took from you. I always talk about it, and we follow each other on Facebook still, ironically. Still to this day, she believes herself that she didn't do it, even though she did, and it was proven that her boyfriend actually took the rap for it and got caught doing it. So, I mean, we can all put two and two together here. She let him live at our house, and he stole my money from my house. You can't tell me that she wasn't involved. So we're going to go through and explain everything more in detail because the last video was just literally cringe and I couldn't do it. Don't mind my voice, I'm really sick, and I have my notes over here, so I'll just kind of be looking down. I got a bunch of paperwork. I have a lot to show you. And if you're watching this and you know a good lawyer or something, civil lawyer, I don't know, like, I want to take her to court because I want my money back, you know? I got my money back from the bank from them stealing it, but, like, they never gave me anything back. Yeah, we're gonna go through everything, and I'm gonna show you guys the deets. We're gonna back it up, actually, to the beginning, because you guys are going to need a little bit of backstory on, like, how we even became roommates, because it was kind of just, like, weird and ironic. Back in the beginning of COVID, when everybody started getting their unemployment money, I thought it was a good idea to move out on my own because I was living at my mom's house and all that stuff. So a good friend of mine had mentioned that one of her friends was also pregnant. So I was pregnant summer 2020, mind you, okay? I'm like 6-7 months pregnant when I'm thinking about looking for a roommate. I hit her up and we talked. I knew her from school, so I've known this girl for a very long time, okay? But I never really personally, like, hung out with her all that much. I just knew of her because she was a good friend of mine's friend. So I used to hang out with my good friend, but she used to hang out with her, the girl who stole my money. And we're gonna call her M, okay? We have decided to look around at a few places in the summer of 2020, and by May 15th, we were approved to get into a trailer out in Lansing, Michigan. We actually got a trailer, a 4-bedroom trailer out in Valley Estates in Lansing, Michigan. And that day, I rented out a U-Haul to get all of our stuff. The day that we moved in there and we got the U-Haul, we first went to her house and got all her stuff, and then we ended up going to my house and getting all my stuff. It starts off crazy, I'm telling you. I went and got cash, and I got the money order beforehand. So we went and got the money order, signed the lease and all that stuff, right? And I have a bunch of extra cash in my wallet. I have like $1,600 cash in my wallet extra. So I go to the U-Haul and I go and pick her up, and apparently I pick her and her boyfriend and her boyfriend's buddy. Like, we pick up a whole bunch of people because, you know, obviously we need help moving. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Never met these people in my life. I've only known, you know, of M. That's it. Finally, we get to her house and we pack all her stuff in the U-Haul. It basically packs like the whole U-Haul. And then we go over to my house and we're packing up the U-Haul. I grab my wallet. I put it inside my mom's garage. So they were helping me move. I was going out the front door with all my stuff from the bedroom. I didn't have that much stuff compared to what she had, so it didn't take us that long. But I told my mom that I had my wallet out in the garage, and my mom noticed that M's boyfriend, Baby Daddy, he was lurking around in the garage. My mom knew that my wallet was in there, so she grabbed my wallet and put it inside the kitchen in the drawer, you know. After we got done, it took us like an extra maybe 10-15 minutes. Like after that, my mom was like, hey, put your wallet in there. I was like, okay. We packed up the U-Haul and she was driving. I got in the passenger seat. Everybody else was like in the back of the U-Haul. Oops. Ready to go. I went and grabbed my wallet. And, you know, just for the sake of everything, I went and looked in it to make sure that all my money was still in there. Well, it happened to be gone. It was all gone. I was devastated. Devastated. I opened up the U-Haul. I said, everybody empty your pockets, and patted everybody down, like, where's my money? You know, I was devastated. I was crying for days. You know, I was trying to think of, like, where my money could have went. Under my impression that me and her were both single, pregnant parents that were just trying to find a place to live, you know? So I didn't really know that her boyfriend was, like, gonna be staying there, because he ended up staying there. He was living there. Until we all moved in there, like, that night. And I'm like, okay, this is how it's gonna be, because obviously what just freaking happened, I was so mad. I was like livid. Also, when we signed the lease, I put me and I even put my son on the lease, and she put only her on the lease. Like, what the heck? Yeah, it was the first day. I didn't know what I was gonna do, so I basically just was like, you know, it's a wrap at this point. It was cash. There was nothing I could have done, so I let it slide. Honestly, COVID during this time, and it's June 1st, 2020, and the rent is due, and I'm like, yo, it's June 1st, like, you know, I need the rent money. I'm gonna go get the money order right now. She told me that she obviously did not have the money, and I'm thinking in my head, well, you done stole $1,600 from me, so there's no way that you don't have money. But whatever. Because let's be honest, the only person that could have stolen it was either them three, because after it got stolen, you know, I literally looked through everybody's pockets. I told everybody to get out of the U-Haul. I told everybody to search their pockets. They were trying to tell me that my mom was the one who took my money. I was living with my mom. My mom was trying to get me the F out. She didn't know. At first, I'm thinking, like, maybe my mom didn't know. Can't even believe I was thinking it. But at the time, my mind was just so crazy. Like, I can't believe somebody would even do that. And then two people I didn't know, like, now I know exactly who did that. They never paid the rent for June 1st, so I paid it, and I told her to just pay me back, which was obviously a big, big mistake. June 28th, 2020, I was at my grandpa's house because my uncle was really sick, and he ended up passing away that day, I believe. And I was at my grandpa's house hanging out with my family. You know, you want to be around your family during times like this. There's a lot going on, like, within my family too, with my uncle and my mom, and it was just a really bad time, okay? So that very next day, I'm at my house. My baby daddy and I got into a fight because he tried coming down to my house to grab the kid, and he was just doing stupid stuff. So I didn't want him to take my son. We were fighting so bad that my roommate's boyfriend got involved and came out. I was like, take my kid, like, hurry up, like, take him out of his hands. And after all this fight, I ended up letting my son go with his dad. When I got inside the house, my roommate's boyfriend thought he could put his 2 cents in and tried to give me his parenting advice. When, come on, really? Me and him were beefing it out, like fighting, and we were yelling at each other inside the house, and my roommate had came home, so I'm fighting her boyfriend. And at first, she's just like watching me and him argue it out and like trying to figure out everything, and then she thought she could get involved, so she starts getting involved and start fighting. I'm like, you weren't even fucking here, dude. Like, this already is turning bad as it is, right? So that night, I didn't know this, but obviously I know this now. My baby daddy took a picture of one of my credit cards on, you know, from my wallet. I don't know how he ended up doing that, but he ended up doing that. And he tried buying like some kind of subscription or something from one of these Game of Thrones games, or King of whatever, I don't know, one of these games that we used to play. He took my card and actually bought it. I had to cancel my card. On July 1st, 2020, I had my viewing for my uncle.
Very next day, I was at home all day. Mind you, everybody was on unemployment, you know, so I had my unemployment card. Well, I had all this money on this unemployment card, and I wasn't using it because I was using my other card, like my bank card. So I put it away. I set it away in my wallet. I never used it. I had about like $2,900 in there. Never used it, set aside. Noticed on there that I had a charge from Best Buy. Mind you, 2 weeks prior to that, I had went and got subs installed in my car, and it was like $200, whatnot. Well, I looked on there, and my card was charged $500 for a Best Buy gift card. Well, I didn't buy a Best Buy gift card. So, you know, I ended up calling the bank. They disputed that. That same day, I realized right here, it says actually, that I got a text message from Cash App saying that some kind of code was approved like early in the morning. I was charged $10 for it. Well, actually, somebody charged my card and funded that Cash App, which says Cash App Cheyenne C. It's my name, but it's not me. First of all, I have a Cash App. I don't use my last name. Like, I know that's not me.
And then July 2nd, 2020, it was my uncle's funeral. So while I was doing all this is like when they thought that they could try to steal my money.
I realized that I had a Cash App in my name, like 9-10 o'clock at night. Somebody had charged my card to this Cash App that says Cheyenne C, right, to my name, $50. $50 more. So first it was $10, now it's $50.
So now it's like July 6th, and I'm over at my friend's house, which was across the street from my sister's house. And
July 6th, I went to my sister's house because we were having a party, like a little get-together for my uncle. So I was over there, we were all getting ready and stuff, and I was actually across the street at my friend's house, and I started getting notification after notification after notification, right? So I got the first notification. This was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They went to Kroger and they spent $510 at Kroger. So I got this message on my phone, $500. I'm like, what the shit? Like you gotta be joking me. $500, so I'm on the phone with the bank, right? Trying to call the bank. Well, ding, I get another one. Seriously, another one right after that. $500. They pulled out cash or ATM withdraw, $500. They got a $3 fee or something. So it was what? $503.50. Now I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with the bank, right? They're like, okay, like we're gonna dispute this, like da da da. So I'm like going back, like, you know, I'm on the phone trying to give them everything. Give them any kind of possibility I can. I'm on the phone with them for hours. A couple hours goes by. Ended up getting another transaction on my phone from company. It's called Nico LLC, which I have no idea what that is, right? They pulled $400 out of my account. Right after that, 20 minutes later, they went to Snipes, spent $100.70. Before they first took out this Cash App, my total, I had $2,384, okay, when the first Cash App started. So now, by the time they me of all my money, right, now I have $358 left. I just had $2,000. Now I have $358. Right? In the morning, okay, 9 in the morning, they go to Jimmy Jazz and spend $145 at Jimmy Jazz buying stuff. Kind of weird because a few days after that, I seen my roommate come home with exactly Jimmy Jazz and Snipes bags. I was like, oh, and I actually mentioned that too.
So after all this, I ended up getting a new card. And then I ended up putting it away. I was like, I'm gonna lock this up. Like, this is not gonna be a thing anymore, right? So I locked it like on my wallet or on my app thingy, locked the card, and then I put it in my wallet. For a while, I actually had it in my safe, and then I ended up taking it out and putting it in my wallet. I don't know why. I think I needed to use it for something. The first week of August is like when I ended up getting that new card. So August 12th, I was 37 weeks pregnant. I was sleeping. I was so exhausted, and I took a huge nap. It was like in the middle of the day. Everybody was gone when I woke up, which was really nice because I really like to be alone when I was there. I woke up to a text message on my phone saying that my Bank of America PIN was changed, and then my account was updated. Okay, so I'm like, in my head back in the day, I'm like, all right, well, that's funny because my card's in my wallet and I locked it. There's no way. I'm like, whatever. That day, when I woke up, my roommate was like, you should let me do your hair. She does hair for like a living or whatever. She used to go to school for it. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So she was doing my hair, making it a little bit lighter, and then I ended up having a friend over that night. I wasn't paying attention. I had a friend over that night. We ended up helping my roommate, like, put up some shit, like, some closet thing. I ended up getting my hair done, like, so I was, like, busy. She was, like, distracting me, right? That day, her boyfriend or someone took $500 out the ATM twice, so they took $1,000 out of the ATM. I had $2,700. August 12th, they took out $1,000, so now I have $1,700 in there, okay? Then, they go down to the corner store, this little liquor store, right down the road from my house. They spend $170 on my card. And then I have a picture, because that's one of the surveillance pictures I have. They were buying Patron, like liquor, like blunt wrap, like everything, dude. They were buying everything with my shit. I think my card's in my thing. Like, I had just got it back probably a week prior to that. I put it away. What I thought, I locked it. So I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. So August 13th, the very next day, I went to stay with my sister. It was my sister's girlfriend's birthday. So I was over there, right? And my roommate's boyfriend pulled out $1,000 at the ATM, okay? So mind you, I don't know this. I don't know my card's taken. From August 12th to August 16th, I didn't know my card was taken, okay? So the next day, August 14th, I went home, and my roommate was like, yo, like, hey, do you want to take me out to go get a car? Like, I just got this money, my money back, all this money, da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, well, for one, I was kind of sketchy. I'm like, I even asked, I'm like, where'd you get that money? I kind of find it funny, prior, because my money had just got stolen, before. I'm like, so where'd you get all this money since you're always broke and you can't pay for rent or any of the bills? Like, where'd you get the frickin' money at? She's like, oh, it was back pay for my unemployment. Like, I have $3,400 back pay. I'll show you. And, like, she, showed me her bank statement, da-da-da, whatever. I think she spent, $1,200 on the car. And then she went to Kroger, went there, and we got a money order for $500 so she could pay her half of the rent, right, with my freaking money. I didn't know this. So I'm like, all right, you're paying the rent. You got this money. I'm like, all right, cool. August 16th, I went to my sister's. Me and my son were driving back. I got, all dolled up, I was, taking pictures. It was really nice outside. I was sitting in my car, and, I was like, I'm just going to check to see if my debit card's in there. Well, I don't see my unemployment card, right? I see all the other ones, but I don't see my unemployment card. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I must have put it in the safe that I just bought. See, I bought a safe and a lock. I must have just put it in there. So I'm going to go check my safe. So I went and I opened my safe, did not find my credit card at all. So now I'm freaking out, right? I'm freaking out. So I get on my phone. I'm like, oh my God, please. Oh my God, please. I get on there. Dude, I swear to God, I am zeroed out of my account. Zeroed out, right? What's my balance? I had $19 left. $19 left.
Out of $2,700, I had $19, right? So I'm like, so I look, I'm like, $19, like, what? So I go inside, and I'm like, you know, my roommate was there, and I'm like, dude, like, what the heck? Like, first of all, somebody just went and pulled out $500 out of the ATM today. Like, it says on my thing that somebody just used my card today. I don't have my card, and I haven't had it, so I'm like going back. I'm like, dude, like, somebody took my shit on the 12th, like a whole week ago. A whole week. Bro, license plate. Literally, I was recording everything and sending it to the police. Like, I knew it was them. I just needed to catch them, right? Just needed to catch them. So, finally in October, I was getting fed up with the shit. Like, they owed me $2,000 from all the bills. And I finally, like, had the balls to say something. Well, I was like, yo, like, you owe me money or you gotta go. So finally, she's like, all right, like, okay. Like, I don't have another choice. So she ended up leaving. She ended up leaving, like, that day. Never came back. My master bedroom, like, I want that bedroom. I want to put my king-size bed in that shit. Come on. Finally, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to move all your stuff. Moved all of her stuff out into my shed. And I was, like, packing. Like, it literally took me, like, 2 days to do it. That's how gross and how much shit she had. Eventually got to her bed, so I, like, lifted up her mattress, and I seen a debit card. Mind you, I'm, like, seeing all these debit cards around her house for all different kinds of names. Not hers, not her boyfriend's, a whole bunch of other people's names that I know, her friends' names, that I know her sister, her sister's boyfriend, like, everybody's names, dude. And, I'm like, what, like, thinking in my head, like, what are the odds that this is gonna be my card? Like, so I, like, prop big-ass mattress up on the wall, you know, and I, like, look down, I'm, like, looking at the card, and I'm like, oh, my fucking God, like, it's got my name on it. I called the police immediately. They came over. This is November, August, September, November. They just shoved my card under their bed and said, F it, you know, we're just going to leave it under here. Instead of cutting it up and throwing it somewhere else where I could have never found it. They just abandoned it for me to find, right? So I found it. And if they would have just cut it up and left it, I would have never found it, right? Found out. Because I needed the 16-digit card number. Bank of America would not release the video unless I had the 16-digit card number. So I found that card. I give the police the 16-digit card number. Mind you, I didn't know which card it was for. I didn't know if it was the first one or the second one. So I'm like, I don't know. Bank of America has it. Hopefully it matches up. It matched. It matched, right? So I'm like, yes. Like, okay, so now can we get video? Like, they go, like, yeah, like, we're getting a video. We're getting the video. I'm just waiting for the Bank of America to release it. You know, it took weeks for them to release it. Finally, they release it to the police. It's December. They finally release it to the police, right? I'm door dashing. And I get a call from the police, and he's, like, literally, like, added in my contacts. Like, I know him. I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on? You know, and he's like, hey, I emailed you. Did you see the email? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, well, we got the footage, and I think it's roommate's boyfriend in the video. I look at it, and sure as shit, man, it's him.
Now it's December 2023, right? So, I mean, obviously not right now, but, like, my storyline. Actually, it's before that. It's, like, October, and I get something in the mail. I got a letter in the mail the other day that said that I needed to contact the bank because I had 2 checks 2 different times sent, and they were never deposited or cashed. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I call them, and they tell me that they have all my money back. So I'm getting all my money back finally after 3 years of dealing with all of this stupid stuff. These are my folders with all that stuff, like with the bank, and then with them. This is everything. 2 folders, 2 little files. So the first check that I ended up getting was $888 and some change. And then the next check that I got was $4,900. because they obviously did their investigation. Somebody was stealing my money. And then the third check that I got was 49 cents. Can you believe it? 49 cents. So,
don't steal people's money because you will get caught and you will go to jail for it.
And the reason why I did an update on this video is because, one, I really wanted to show you guys the proof that I was telling you guys all in this video. So hopefully I got it all. And also, the person decided that they wanted to do tax services, you know, for a living now, I guess. So now they're taking people's information and doing their taxes for them. And I know that I am not the only one that they have scammed. Like, personally, I know that I'm not the only one, because people have, ever since I've been reaching out and posting this stuff on Facebook, like, I have had so many people come out to me like, dude, I know, like, this is what happened, and now I know, like, because they were there, and it makes me wonder, like, they don't have proof. I don't have proof that, like, M like took my stuff personally, like no video footage, but I do have video footage of her baby daddy, and who drove her baby daddy everywhere. She did, in the car that she obviously bought with my money. So yeah, I went and bought a car that day. I mean, come on, that's just ironic. That is just ironic. Okay, so yeah, that's why. And then so I posted, I reposted her post about wanting to do tax servicing through her, right? And I posted, like, please, I'm warning everybody, do not give her your personal information. Like, don't even, this is such a bad thing. Like, she stole, I mean, $10,000 from me. This is ridiculous. More than that. I should count it, and I will put it up on the screen here. She immediately seen that, because we're following each other, obviously. I mean, I have to keep an eye on my enemies. And she posted, like, my name and everything. She's like, she's been so obsessed with me for like 5 years. And obsessed with you, girl, look at you. I am not obsessed with you at all, okay? Come on. I got my own house. I got a man. I got 3 kids. I got a whole family. There's nothing that I am jealous of, or why would I be obsessed with you? I'd be obsessed with you probably because I'd be jealous of you, want to be, no, trust me, okay? She wanted to talk all this smack like I didn't take your money, and she claims she denies it. She claims that she never took my money, but, like, come on, the proof is in the pudding. Girl, let's go. I mean, after this whole story, who do you think took it? You think it was all him? She knew everything. Like, I was really honest with her about a lot of things, and me and her went shopping together, and she seen my PIN a lot. Okay, I let her use my card. She let me use hers, but I couldn't remember her PIN after that. She probably wrote mine down and then gave it to her boyfriend to use it. Because she was too scared. But I know that eventually she got, because the whole shoes and, like, her coming home with the same bags with bags from the stores that my bank was saying that they took from, like, it was just insane to me. I just wish I would have caught this stuff sooner. That came about just like a few days ago, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do an update and show you the proof, because I got faces. All right, and I guarantee you that that person that's in the one mugshot is probably her, but I don't know. Again, it's probably one of her friends. I have a couple suspects of who it could be, because I did my own investigation. I was taking pictures of everything. I was sending everything to the police. Like, I had gotten him arrested at one point at our own house. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But I am thinking about taking her to court still, because now that I got all this evidence, because, you know, I wanted to make sure that I'm not taking her, like, I wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy and that guy literally got caught. So here, you pause it, whatever you want to do, right? It says, we regret that you have become You have become the unfortunate victim of a crime. Our office has charged the defendant of the following crimes. One count of financial transaction device stealing, retaining without consent. So that's what he got charged with. I have like literally all of these bank claims. And then I got my check. Here's a check. Bam. And then here's like my Bank of America statements that are showing me all the amounts of money that I've disputed. So I ended up counting everything up. And I counted up all of the rent money that she has owed because she paid 1 month of rent, and that was July. Out of everything, she owes me $6,225.48 just from the housing. That's not even including all the money that she stole from me. So just with the money that she took from me, I mean, come on. I'm gonna have to do the math on that too, so, which I will. But the bank gave me back $5,800, $12,000, oof, more than I even expected. So $12,026, and I will be getting the rest of my money back. So yeah, if you know a good lawyer, let me know. Comment me and I will personally message you. I don't know, reach out to me on any of my social media, anything. But that's my video for you guys today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed all the proof, because you know, it's really funny that she says that she didn't do anything. Your man got charged for it. He took the rap for what you did. People take raps for people all the time. Okay? Okay. And I know you did it. Come on. You can admit it now, years later. But anyway, bye guys.